What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I am here with the Joshua Van interview. I just wanted to preface it by saying I know I deleted a video that was supposed to be uploaded. My bad, man. It just really was. I wasn't feeling it. And then this interview dropped out of the sky. So I just want to thank my boy Michael from 559 Fights. He helped me set it up. We've been boys for ages. He just helped me set this up. I just want to preface this by saying we had a really good conversation. My camera quality is good for once. It's not me. But on the other side, Josh, I think he was out somewhere, so we did have a good conversation. It wasn't like interrupted or anything like that. But his camera quality kind of goes in and out, so I apologize for that. But the audio is absolutely perfect on this, and I think you guys are gonna like it, man. I brought up the glazing, dude. I brought up fucking Chief Keef. I brought up all the stuff that you guys want to know about the GOAT, and he's a cool ass dude. So let's get into the interview, man. I just wanted to preface it, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoy it, man. Boom. Okay. How we doing, everybody? We are here. This is not a drill. We have got UFC flyweight champion Joshua Van on the channel. Thanks for doing this, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. It's crazy to finally talk to you, man. We were all rooting for you against Pantoja. You got it done. How's life been now that you're the UFC champion? Do you just feel like everything's different or just kind of same?
Life is great, man. But everything's still the same. You know what I mean? Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Same life, same circle around. Everything. Yeah, I'll just keep everything the same.
Yeah. Do you have to do more like obligations and stuff now? Because you're at 559 Fights, obviously. You're doing something with them. Do you feel like way more busy now that you're the champion, or is everything kind of the same? Like, obviously, I'm sure people in your circle treat you the same, but do you feel more like famous?
Uh yeah. I won't say more famous because I don't really go out like that yet. But yes, I do travel a lot more, stay busy more. You know what I mean? But like I say, man. When you keep the same circle around, nothing really changed except like you traveling and things like that, So yeah.
Yeah, bro. Dude, how does it feel being the second youngest UFC champ? Do you feel like you've completed like career mode on 2K already? Like, how does it feel, bro?
Yeah, it feel great, man. I just wish I could have beat him. I could have beat the John Jones record, but
Yeah.
I think that loss, you know what I mean, that kind of held me back.
Shit.
But everything happened for a reason, man.
Yeah, bro. So how do you feel now with a bit of time since the Pantoja fight? Obviously, there was a little bit of pushback on the celebration. Have you seen the memes of people like, that's how I would have reacted if that happened in my amateur debut? Like, do you care about what people say about that? Or you just enjoying life?
Man, you telling me like if anybody that was talking shit, you telling me if they win a title, they not gonna celebrate. You know what I mean?
Dude. Yeah.
But like I just realized my dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
bro.
I was just in the moment at that time. You know what I mean? So fuck what they say. They're gonna love me by my next fight. You know what I mean? So the
Dude.
fan man, they love you one day, they hate you the other day. So as long as you get paid and take care of your family, life is good.
That's facts, man. So when is the next fight? Do you have a timeline? Obviously, we were just talking off camera about UFC Houston. It's not looking
Hmm.
like that's going to be happening, unfortunately. When do you think you'll be back next? Like, are you going to wait for Pantoja now that they're saying his injury is not that bad, or are you just going to try and get in there straight away? Carp, Tyro, like, what's the timeline looking like?
Yeah. Well, the goal is what I want is right to run it back with Pantoja for sure. If he
Mm.
is healed and healthy and all that, but if not, bitch ass Manel can get it. You know what I mean? Whenever.
Yeah. Dude, so you really don't
Yeah.
like Manel Cup. Like I got a weird question for you. This is kind of like along those lines. All right, let's say you're on a plane, right? Would you rather be stuck in a seat next to Charles Johnson or Manel Cup? Like what's worse?
Shit, I love both of them, man. You know what I mean? I can't scare them like that, man. But when we lock in the cage, it'd be a different story. But if I see them in public, man, you know, uh, it's whatever.
Yeah. So who do you think is first? Like, do you think Carp or Tyra is more deserving? Like, if you had to say who you think should be next first? Like, what would you say?
Ah, man, that's. I feel like that's not for me to decide. You know what I mean?
Mm,
They both did their thing. You know what? Manel just knocked out Royval. You know what I mean?
mm,
And Tyra just beat one of the best guy in our division. You know, Moreno. So it's going to depend on the fans and the UFC. You know what I mean? Whatever they decide for me. But then we got the champ. People are saying he's coming back and things like that. So
yeah,
let's see what happens.
yeah. You got a lot of options. With Pantoja, you
Yeah,
said
right.
going into
That's
the
that's
fight
great
that
time for us.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. It's a good spot in the division.
What happened?
With Pantoja, you said he's the flyweight goat, but a lot of people are like, bro, what is he talking about? What about Mighty Mouse? Do you still think Pantoja's the flyweight goat, or have you gone back into the archive, seen that prime Demetrius Johnson? Have you changed your mind on that at all? Is he still the goat?
Nah, I'm the goat now. you know, I,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's facts,
Nah,
dude.
nah. I'm just playing, but yeah, yeah. I feel like Pantoja's still the goat for me, just
Mm,
because I don't really see Demetrius Johnson fight. You know what I mean? So like I see highlight of him knocking the Brazilian guys out in one, but
mhm.
that's about it, man. I don't really see none of his fights. So for me, Pantoja is the goat, man.
Nice, dude. So who got you into the sport then? What's the guys that you looked up to coming up? Because you're quite young in MMA, right? Like, who were the guys that you look at as like they're the goats?
hmm Uh, so the guy that got me into MMA is Conor, right? When he fight
Mm,
Floyd Mayweather, that's when I kind of like seen who the fuck is this crazy white guy
yeah,
talking all that, talking
yeah.
crazy and things like that. So I do some research on him, and that's how I know UFC and MMA and things like that. So Conor was the guy that got me into MMA, and when I started training and things like that. I see Peter Yan, and I
Mm,
really like his fighting styles, and I'm kind of like a boxer too, so we kind of have like the same style, so I like to study him a lot. So yeah, it's
yep.
mainly two of those guys.
Dude, would you ever fight Piotr Jan? Because you're in a weird spot where I feel like Pantoja was saying he doesn't want to move up, but I feel like if you beat Pantoja, maybe one more guy, you're in a weird spot where you could actually move up. Would you move up and fight Piotr Jan, or would you rather maybe Marab's there? Like, is that something you think about, or you just want to stay at 125?
Right now, man, like I said, I wanna defend my belt and stay, cause bro, like win the belt and everybody wanna just move up. You know what I mean? Now I wanna clean my
Yeah.
division first, and then maybe in the future, uh, I'll decide to go up.
Mhm. So with you defending the belt, I said it in another video, but I feel like you're in a weird spot because you're so young and you've been so active in your career. You've been fighting like 4 times a year. Do you feel like you could get to 11, 12 title defenses within the next 2 or 3 years? Or do you feel like it'll be a little bit less activity because it's 5 rounds, because it's title fights? Like, do you think you'll still be able to get off 4 or 3 fights a year, or do you think it'll be less?
Uh, I do want to get at least 3 fight a year, right? If
Mm,
I can, four. You know what I mean? I think that's probably like the most title fight you can get in a year, right?
mm.
So at least three for sure. I wanna be the most active champ, man.
Dude, I feel like you got the style to do it because, like I said, on the come up, one thing that I feel like a lot of fans really
hmm
enjoy about you, not just your fighting style, very similar to Jan and JDM. I'm sure you watch his stuff too. He's one of my favorite fighters. Just kind of you know. But
Right.
one thing that I think people really fuck with you about is the activity, but also the fact that you walk out to Chief Keef. What's the best Chief Keef song, bro? We need to know.
The best Chief Keef song is like what Love Sosa for sure. But
Mm,
the one that I walk out to is like I don't know them, right? So every time I
yeah,
listen to that song when I was in high school or middle school or things like that just make me want to fight everybody. So
I feel you, bro.
it just
You
bring
like
back the feeling before I walk in.
Dude, who else you listen to? Because man, Chief Keef is fire. I like Don't Like. I like Colors. Those are good ones. But who else do you listen to? Who else gets you hyped like that?
Mhm. Man, I don't even listen to rap no more, bro. I just listen to like some heartbreaking songs and things like that.
What?
Yeah,
Are you in the back just
yeah,
crying,
yeah.
bro?
Like,
What? That I would not have guessed that at all, man.
look, bro, like those heartbreaking songs be like getting me hyped up, man. When I
Who
work
are you
out,
talking about, man? You
you
talking
know what
about
I'm
like
saying?
Drake? You driving around to Drake and shit, or like what's the go?
Nah, nah, like the country song type of thing, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
I'm shocked to hear
this
that,
guy
bro. I
from
would
a
have never
broken
guessed that.
heart. Man.
Damn.
Nah, man. Hey,
Is that
people like it, man. You know, they come to our gym and you know they feeling the vibe. They like it.
I was gonna say, is that because you're in Texas? Is that you just becoming a cowboy? You driving around the tractor? You're gonna get a farm? Is that the Texas lifestyle you living?
Hey, yeah, that's the goal, right? That's the goal. Maybe one day I get a ranch and you know just having my own farm and things like that. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
dude. So you don't really listen to rap that much, but what about the big three? Like, who's your favorite out of J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake? What's your rankings of those guys? That's the big three.
I don't know.
What,
Drake probably.
bro?
Drake probably. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
because I don't listen to rap, man. I don't even listen to J
Damn.
Cole. J Cole, right?
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I'm gonna
yeah.
be real, man. I wrote down
I
all this
listen to
stuff.
Twenty
I'm
One
thinking,
Savage.
yeah. Oh, okay. I like 21 Savage. I was gonna say, bro, I wrote down all these questions thinking you like a rap
Yeah.
head, bro. I gotta change it up, man.
Bro, I don't even listen to rap, man. You know, Chief Keef back in high school. You know what I mean? Everybody listened to his ass, so
Mm,
like the memories just stuck in my head and things like that. Yeah.
mm, mm, mm. Um, Let me ask you something because this is one thing that I like about your style. You go to the body so much when you fight. Would you rather win by like body shot TKO or like a headshot?
A body for sure, body.
Mm,
I feel like you know when you go to the body, you just break a person. You know what I mean? Like to the head,
yeah.
you know you could take hit and come back, but when you hit somebody to the body, man, they can't lie. Like they can put a poker face on, but like you can't lie.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So
yeah. What's your favorite knockout in UFC history? What's some highlights you love rewatching? Like, what's some fights you like watching back? What's your favorite knockouts?
I like with the Bruno Silva
Mm,
one, like just just how I finish him, and I like watching the Edgar Chairez fight. You know, the
mm,
Noche when I
yeah,
fought
yeah,
Noche, just because yeah, it's just I love the way like I come back from that. That you know I was hurt bad, and then I just came back and win the fight.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That kind of like make me know that I'm that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So is that your favorite fight? Because man, that was crazy. Like that spinning back fist he caught you with, all that shit. Like, is that your favorite fight to rewatch?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, that was my favorite fight to rewatch, and then the
So
Royval
not,
fight, and then the
yeah, I
Bruno
was gonna
Silva.
say, so not the Royval fight. So out of those two, which one do you think probably helped you the most? Do you feel like it is the Shirez fight? Because you also bounced back from that loss that you had against Shirez, right? That was kind of a short notice fight.
Yeah,
Or do you feel like the Royval fight was like, okay, I'm actually a number one contender? Like, which one do you value more? I guess.
I would say the Chairez fight for sure,
Mm,
because I was, you know, when you take loss like that, like you was at like your lowest, you know what I mean? And for me to come
mm,
back like that and get hurt and then come back and win the fight, you know what I mean? So I think that just motivate me to be like more, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
because being involved, kind of already know that I'm gonna fight for the title, and you know that, you know what I mean. So, yeah, that egg was something special for sure.
Yeah, dude. That was a great fight, man. So I guess on the similar topic of like getting revenge or bouncing back, whatever it is, which fight is more like on your mind in getting back? Because obviously people are talking about a Charles Johnson rematch in the future for the belt, but I also feel like there's a lot of unfinished business with Pantoja. Like both those fights, they're double,
Yeah.
they're different sides. Like which one do you want more? Like which one do you want more?
Which one do you want more?
Dude, I want to say, I want the Pantoja one because I picked you to beat Pantoja, and people are telling me it doesn't count the way
Yeah,
that it happened. I'm sure you have seen all this shit, but I just want to feel like a genius because I feel like you
yeah,
can beat him. You have a great sprawl. I feel like your cardio can hold up over 5 rounds. The biggest thing is just his back takes, man. Like you must have been, I guess, happy to win, but also are you a bit frustrated you didn't get to show everything you worked on leading up to that?
yeah, man. I caught it before the fight. I was gonna finish him inside 3 rounds. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I said, man, everything happened for a reason.
Mm.
Uh, I'm I'm just happy. You know what I mean? But like I said, I want to run it back, man. You know, show the people that hey, you know what I mean. I was gonna win that night.
Yeah. So that's like the number
Yeah.
one fight you want back. It's not necessarily like a Charles Johnson rematch. You feel like you kind of passed that. Pantoja is the number one fight that you want.
But the Charles Johnson, man. Everybody keep asking me about him, but what's his rank? Is he even
Yeah.
ranked?
Nah, he's just at the bottom of the
You
top
know what I
15. I
mean?
feel
So
like
it's like,
yeah.
see, when I was top 15, I still have to fight three. Yeah,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Three fight, and come on, man. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? He still got to beat this guy, and you know what I mean? And people say I was gifted, but nah.
Nah.
You know, I stepped in when they called me for the Royval fight. You know, I stepped in, and
Yeah, I think
that's what
that's
it
what it
is.
is. I think it's
So
short notice
maybe,
fights and activity, right? Like, do you think that is what set you apart? Because
yeah.
yeah, there is people that say things like that, but they kind of ignore the fact that you took a lot of short notice fights and very different matchups all over the division. Yeah. What's your message to the haters, man?
Mhm.
Because I'm a big fan of you. I know a lot of my fans are, but there's a lot of haters as well. Like, what is your message to all these fucking people hating on the title reign that you've achieved right now?
I mean, hey, you know, I'm famous. You know, when you when you when you got haters, man, I mean, you made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I guess, I guess I made it. You know what I mean? Now I got some haters, so but yeah, like I said, man, I'm very very excited for our division right now, man. Like this is what make the division fun. You know what I mean? Like all
Mm.
the fans are like tuning up to. They hate me, and then they love the other guys. You know what I mean? That's what make it exciting. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to see what the future hold. And you know,
Yeah.
all of them guys can get it. You know, Charles Johnson, Manel Cobb, Kasuro, and who's the other Japanese guy? I forgot his name.
Horiguchi.
Uh, yeah, that guy too. And
Yep.
you know, Pantoja for sure. Yeah, they all can get it.
Yeah. So with the one thing with the Paramount deal, obviously it seems like the UFC is kind of expanding. We're seeing a fight night in Houston. We're seeing Seattle. We're
Hmm.
seeing the White House card. What's one place you would love to fight before your career's over? They're going to Mexico as well. Like, what's one place that you're like dying to fight at? Because you got to fight on the Sphere card. That must have been really cool. Like, what's a new dream fight like location for you?
I want to fight in, I would say Myanmar, but there's no way it's going. You know what I mean? But
Mm,
I do want to fight in Houston. I do want to fight in Houston for sure, my hometown.
yep.
And I do want to fight in somewhere, you know what I mean, close to Myanmar. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So you
Yeah.
haven't you I'm assuming you haven't been back. Like, is it going to be really difficult to go back, or what's the situation there? Like, what do you think of not being able to maybe take the UFC there or take the belt straight back there straight away? Like, what's stopping that? What's going on there?
There's a war going on over there. You know what I mean? The civil
Yeah.
war.
Yep.
Um, and that's the reason why I can't really go back. But like you know how
Mm.
like people go back to their country and they're doing the parade and all that thing. But you
Mm.
know the people from Myanmar that live in the United States, you know they did that parade for me in
Yeah.
Indiana. You know what I'm saying? So I got we got like maybe like 100K to 200K living like Burmese people that live in Indiana. You know what I mean? So they did that thing for me, and it was a blessing. You know what I mean? So my people got my back. You know, so just you know what I mean. For me to see that, it just feel amazing. I feel
Yeah.
blessed. You know what I mean? So. Uh, maybe hopefully by my next title fight, I'll be able to go back home and give back to the people of Myanmar.
That's so cool to hear, man. Because one thing I did want to ask you about that is I heard a quote where you were talking about getting into fighting, and you said somebody in your family said, a real man doesn't fight in the streets; he fights for his people, he fights for his country. What does it mean to you to like raise the flag and have the championship? Like does it really? Do you feel like, man, I'm really representing my people? Like, I'm representing my country? Like, or does it feel like it's just I'm just fighting? You know what I mean? Like, does it feel like a big deal to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. If man, it meant everything for me to represent my country. Just
Mm,
because like a lot of people don't know what Myanmar is. You know what I mean? When they ask me
yeah.
where you from, I'll be like Myanmar, and it's like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? So, but then when you say Thailand, everybody know it. So like for me to put my country out there, for the whole world to see, it's just a blessing. You know what I mean? So for me to do that, and I'm already grateful to do that. You know what I mean? So I just feel amazing to represent my country and my hometown, Houston, Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm the first champion from Houston, Texas as well. So shout out to Houston, Texas.
Dude, that's dope, man. That's really cool to hear. Like, cause yeah, I think that's one thing that a
Yeah.
lot of people really get behind with your story is, representing your people and just being like a really hardworking, driven guy. Like, just from the outside looking in, it just seems like you're in the gym all day, every day. What goes into being a UFC champion that people don't realize? Like, how much work do you have to actually do, to take short notice fights, to step in there against the best guys in the world on short notice? To keep fighting for 3 or 4 times a year. Like what goes into that, man?
Well, like I said, man, you gonna lose a lot of friends, in the process,
Mm,
just because when you chase your dream and you're serious about it, like you don't have time to hang out with your friends and the stuff that you used to do. You don't have time for those things no more. So a lot of time, your friends will leave you because of that. You know what I mean? I lost a lot of loved one, a lot of friends and things like that. But I stay true to my dreams, and I keep chasing and chasing. It's not hard, man. Sometimes people closest to you will talk shit about you because all you do is that. You know what I'm saying? So it's
mm,
like in the process of uh, getting your dream is not easy, man. It's hard, but you know what I mean. You believe in yourself. You pray to God, and you manifest things. And when they happen, it just meant so much for you. You know what I mean? It just meant so now that I get that belt, it just means so much to me, and it just motivate me to defend it a couple more. You know what I mean? A couple more time and things like that. So, man, process is hard, but it's worth it.
yeah, yeah, man. I mean, look how it's paid off, man. So what's your resolutions going into 2026? I'm sorry if that's like a corny fucking question, but I just got to ask you, like, what's the plans 2026? What's the timeline? What are you thinking? Like, what month or card are you looking at? Like, that's when I'll be back, and then I'd love to do this and this as the flyweight champion. You can talk about just as fire. You can talk about personally what goals you got going into the year. What are you looking forward to in 2026?
2026, 2025. I told you guys in the beginning of the year that it's gonna be the takeover. We took over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this year we're gonna stay at the top. You know what I mean? That's the main goal. Defend it 3 times this year,
Mhm.
and then maybe I don't know. Maybe go to boxing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, possible. You know what
Y-
I mean? So
yeah.
maybe yeah, but I gotta defend a couple times first, and then maybe go to boxing, go get the belt over there, come back and defend a couple more times.
Man, what's the dream fight? What's the dream fight? Would it be you versus like Manny Pacquiao? Would it be, someone currently around? Like what's the dream fight if you went to boxing?
Boxing fight, man. Manny Pacquiao, he's a little old now. I don't think that is a
You
possible
gotta you
fight.
gotta get you
You know
gotta
what I
get
mean?
some you gotta get something for the legacy, man. I'm trying to help you out, man. I'm trying to match make it for you, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. Whoever they got around that time, you know what I mean. So Uh, but I do want to get one in before I
Yeah.
retire or something. You know.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
man. That'd be cool. So do you watch a lot of UFC? You watch a lot of boxing, like, or do you just kind of, I'm just in the gym doing my thing? Like, do you watch a lot?
Now I watch a lot of my fight. I
Hmm.
love watching myself. Just to focus on what I do wrong and what I do right. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I don't like watching other people fight like that, man. Except like unless it's like someone that I really study. You know what I
Yep.
mean, like Peter Yan and things like that. So yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. I guess like the last thing I guess I'll ask you is, what do you have to say to all the people
Mm.
that support you that are like on your side? Because man, on my channel, they're calling me like a Joshua Van Glazer, bro. Like they're saying I'm glazing all this shit, but I'm a big fan of your style. I'm a big fan of what you've done in the sport. What do you have to say to the fans that support you, that are riding with you? Like when, what do we have to be excited about going into 2026, man?
Man, 2026. You know what I mean. First of all, thank you for supporting me. You know what I mean. Thank you for staying true. But 2026, we're gonna defend title. You know what I mean. This title, and any one of this guy can get it. You know what I mean. If they really want the belt, they know who to call. So
Yeah.
I'm always down to fight. So talk is cheap, man. You know what I mean.
Hmm.
On you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
let's
man.
let's do this shit, man. Let's
Yeah,
let's
bro.
yeah. Let's whoop their ass.
Yeah. So you got anything else you want to promote or anything while you're here? I know that you're at 559 fights right now. You're in California, right? Like, what else you got going on before we head off?
Man, that's about it for you know what I mean this weekend. Hey, if you guys want to come, chill with me. I'll be at 559 fight. You know what I mean. Come show up, take some pictures, chill. Whatever. Or if
Mhm.
not, if you can't come in person, watch it on UFC Fight Pass. Let's go.
Yo, sweet man. Hey, I just want to say thanks so much for doing this interview, man. I really appreciate it. Uh, Not fanboying out at all right now. Totally chill. But yeah, I really appreciate the time. I appreciate you doing this, man. You're a cool dude. So I'm gonna end the
Thank you
recording,
for
man.
having
I
me, brother.
appreciate you, bro. Dude.